In this video, we're going to take a look at how to monitor screening progress during a review. So for this particular review, we're going to look again at the fluoride project. So the first thing that you'll probably notice is that there's a progress bar at the top of the screening screen. So what this is showing me is the percent of the total documents that have been screened so far. It has nothing to do with recall. It's just showing me that of the documents on this level, we've screened roughly 37.6%. But to get a more detailed summary of the screening progress, I can click the button that looks like a pie chart, and it will take me to the review summary screen. And so we've looked at this screen briefly in the first video, but here we'll look at the screen in a little bit more detail. And so the first thing that you'll see is that in the top right there's a drop down that says Viewing Project as Brian Howard. And so everything on the screen will show me results pertaining to the person selected in the drop down. You can see that for this project I screened personally as Brian Howard 50 articles in total, and I did not screen over 20,000 articles. So I wasn't particularly involved in the actual screening of this project, but of the references that I did screen, I excluded 49 and included one reference, and that same data is shown here in pie chart form as well. So in addition, you can see that the machine learning has estimated that overall among all of the reviewers, 729 articles have been included, and it's estimated that in total there may be as many as 739 articles that are relevant in this project, and therefore the estimated recall is roughly 98.6%. The predicted progress graph, which becomes available once you've screened around 10% of the total references, shows you the estimated recall so far as a function of the absolute number of documents screened. So if you were to screen in random order, the expected percentage of documents needed to obtain 95% recall would be 95% of the total documents. And to achieve 50% recall, you'd have to screen 50% of the articles. And so recall in the random ordered scenario is simply equal to the percentage of documents screened so far, and that is represented by this diagonal line here with a slope of 1. But for this project, I was using the prioritized article list, and I was able to achieve 95% recall after screening only around 15% of the total documents rather than 95%. And so if I had more than one level, I would also see tabs on the screen for the subsequent levels. So I might have a tab here for level 2 results. And then there is as well a tab that shows me the overall project summary. So you can see that in this case I've got one level. There are 729 included articles, 7,130 excluded articles, and then 933 partially completed excluded. Now this refers to articles that were screened by one screener but not the required 2 that we set up in the project settings. And so this screen is a good way to keep track of progress as you're screening, and it's also a good way to decide when to stop screening when you've achieved a sufficient level of recall. In the next video, we're going to look in a little more detail about how to resolve conflicts among multiple screeners.